This is Toasty Fresh, back with yet another video game playthrough, and this time it's an absolute classic beat 'em up and all-round iconic PlayStation 1 game. But I'll just let you enjoy the intro, folks. And it is, of course, the absolute classic Tekken 2. And this brings back some memories. I haven't played this game in quite some time, so I'm going to be pretty novice. So I think I'm going to caffle out and put it on easy for this one, just for the sake of simplifying it. Because I've also put it to 1 on the fight count. Now I did a quick game and I did do it and complete it on normal mode with I played as a Hiachi just as a test. That's not trying to justify the easy, but I wanted to try and make it more of a, I didn't get stuck on a particular guy for too long and make the video overly long and me having to keep going back and going over this. So that's the reason for the easy. And a bit of a CD-like chat line ad music here for the intro. And I think I'm going to go with martial law, because having said that, I haven't played this game in a while and he's probably the most beginner friendly character. Oh. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so I'm not trying to use loads of excuses, but oh, and he gets KO'd on stage 1. Like I said, you can tell I'm not.
Final round. Fight.
And it's not going well. Oh, there we go. We have a bit of movement now. It's going to take me a bit probably to shake the rust on this game. But martial law, he was one of my favourites, and I'm actually fighting the other one of my favourite characters, Lee Wolong, even though he's not the easiest guy to control. The fact that he's based on Jackie Chan, who I'm a massive fan of, helps his cause greatly in my eyes. And I think out of all the Tekkens, this is probably my favourite. And it's purely down to the soundtrack. This game had such a strong soundtrack, and Namco were no slouches. In the soundtrack department. Sorry, I get a bit engrossed in the games. Sometimes I do. My train of thought goes. I'm trying to do these playthroughs, especially on a game where it's more action orientated, where you got to remember, you got to remember your combos. Oh no, for the mad ender. And this is one of my favourite tracks in the game. Oh, and she might have done it. Oh, and we came back with a kick to the face.
You win.
But I love the Tekken series for the fact that it was quite easy
Final
to get into. It's the learning curve is quite good, but there is deeper aspects in it if you get into it. You know, you do have the long, 10 hit combos. The only thing is, I found, I don't know if it's the emulation or not, if you right to left, if you go over the character, some of the combos seem to be a hell of a lot harder to pull off. And I don't know why that is, but that's one thing I've seemed to have discovered. But we're moving onwards and upwards. We're past stage 5 now. Oh, I'm getting low. Getting Paul Phoenix is quite a bitch on the later levels because of he hits like a goddamn freight train. He's almost more powerful than Jack for pure punching power. So I think he's gonna own me here. Oh, and he has done. It takes you a while to get used to getting yourself in position for these attacks. Oh, and he's perfected me. This is not a good... If you get him earlier on and get him out of the way, it makes your game a lot easier. And Marshall and Paul have a bit of a Ryu Ken thing going on, where they're best friends and sparring partners. Oh, and a great kick to his head there as well. That'll mess his head up. But a lot of the characters in this game are quite strong as well. They're quite likeable. Although Nina was meant to be the sort of sex symbol more, but it never really did it too much for me, to be honest. Probably if I had to pick one. Although to be honest, I'm not a big, game characters don't really do it for me, to be honest.
Final round. Fight.
And that's her finished. Probably if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Michelle Chang. To be honest, I'm more of a brunette kind of person. But a lot of them are likeable. I grew to like, King. King probably is being the purer character in a game of his good intentions. And his reasons for fighting in the tournament being doing it for an orphanage. And the fact he was an orphan, so he's doing it to help out disadvantaged kids. Law was just doing it basically to avenge his school, which that was a sub boss, Baekdu-san, who we just beat. And this is the first stage of the boss battle. Oh, we've owned him. Usually he's quite hard, Kazuya. Usually it's the devil form that's the harder, but this time this has been the easy part. But yes, I don't know what your favourite characters were, but mine were definitely the homages to the two Hong Kong legends. Oh, and usually that's an easy attack as well to get out of the way of.
Final round. Fight.
I hate how the enemies. And this time it's been Devil that's been the more harder, but usually he's quite easy. He's not as hard as Kazuya himself. But I'm definitely disproving that. And his beam attacks aren't even that hard, because it's a simple case of ducking and then running underneath him for the flying one. And you've just got to make sure to discourage him from ducking. I forgot this sweep attack, but that's what did it for him then. And then you'll just see a little video sequence here showing him. This is quite a light-hearted one. He's just training there with his buddy, showing him his special maneuver. And it's time for poor Phoenix to have his go at the famous, I think it's called the rainbow flick. And it hasn't worked out too well. It's pretty good emotion on their faces there with the characters as well for that video. It's quite good. But yeah, that's Tekken 2, and that's just a little quick playthrough. Now if you guys want to see more, then just hit me up, and I'll do a few more characters and things like that. Also, it'd be cool to know which is your favourite beat 'em up of the PS1 era. I'd have to say that mine was Soul Blade, I'd say, purely for the Edge Master mode. It gave it a bit more longevity, and the opening sequence was absolutely awesome. Probably the best opening sequence for the PS1. And just the fighting as well. Plus, it had freaking weapons, for God's sake. That made it the all-time for me. Maybe it was because it was the first beat 'em up I ever played on the PS1 as well. I got it bundled in with the console. But it'd be nice to hear your guys' view and what was your favourite Tekken 2 character. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Leave this video nice and short and sweet, and maybe I'll come back to it and do a few other characters, and maybe do some harder difficulty settings, maybe. But we'll just see. I've got Tekken 3 as well, so I may have a little look at that, do a few playthroughs with that, and we'll see how it goes anyway. Anyway, I think that's all I've got time for this time. So hopefully I'll see you guys later.